मुझे ये मेरा व्यू है, ठीक है। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ओके, लेट मी पुट दिस वे, seeing the population of certain religion growing, I feel threat for a certain religion, ठीक है।
सीधा बोलो ना मुसलमानों से, डर से क्यों?
नहीं, I'm just saying it, ठीक है।
तो बोल दो ना,
हाँ,
पॉडकास्ट है भाई, इसमें क्या हुआ? बोलो आपको मुसलमानों से पॉपुलेशन
I'm not Tehseen पूनावाला ना कि I can say it, so
बोलो, उसमें क्या है?
ठीक है।
आराम
I
से ना question।
seeing the population of Muslim growing, it's a threat to the population of अब you see things happening in US, लॉस एंजलिस में क्या हो रहा है पैलेस्टीन से रिलेटिव, you're seeing things that happen in London, ठीक है। तुम ऐसा तो होता नहीं कि तुम्हारे घर होगा तभी तुम समझोगे, you नीड टू लर्न फ्रॉम द एक्सपीरियंसेस ऑफ अदर्स। आई थिंक दिस इज द टाइम देन राइट इज राइट। वुड यू एग्री टू मी ऑन दिस कि जो बीजेपी कर रही है वो सही कर रही है?
पर वो क्या कर रही है सही?
अब लाइक हिंदुत्व को बढ़ाना, सनातन धर्म को बढ़ाना।
वो सनातन धर्म बीजेपी की वजह से बढ़ रहा है?
नहीं, आई एम जस्ट सेइंग दैट
खुद ही।
आप मुझे एक चीज बताओ, पिछले 10 साल के अलावा सनातन के बारे में कभी बात ही नहीं हुई है
यार। वो परसेप्शन बना है ना यार। मुझे आप बताओ, ये इतना सांस्कृतिक देश है, बीजेपी की ने संस्कृति लाई है। आई एम नॉट सेइंग देयर इज नॉट बीन अ रेनेसांस एंड मोर प्राइड एंड प्राउड ऑफ बीइंग Indian and Hinduism. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying आपके पेरेंट्स नहीं थे क्या? So ये देखिए, हमारा कल्चर 5,000 6,000 ईयर ओल्ड है। अब काशी क्या बीजेपी ने बनाया? भगवान शिव की नगरी बीजेपी ने बनाई। 5,000 साल पुराना है शहर है, अब उसमें बीजेपी का क्या क्रेडिट है? तो ये नहीं है हमारी संस्कृति। मतलब भारत में हर स्टेट में, हर प्रांत में एक गांव है जिसका नाम रामपुर है। वो बीजेपी ने रखा क्या? आपके माँ बाप से हिंदू नहीं थे क्या? ये बीजेपी भी एक्स्ट्रा करती है। देखिए वो बात वो नहीं,
इट इज अबाउट मार्केटिंग। मैं भी ये समझता हूँ सारा, ठीक है।
बट अब आपने एक और चीज कहा, क्या मुसलमानों का पॉपुलेशन बढ़ रहा है। अब बीजेपी का खुद का एफिडेविट इन सुप्रीम कोर्ट, इनकी गवर्नमेंट का मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ हेल्थ फैमिली अफेयर्स डिवीजन, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एफिडेविट कहता है कि टोटल फर्टिलिटी TFR हिंदू और मुसलमान का लगभग सेम है। हिंदुओं का 1.8 1.9 है, मुसलमान का 2.1 है। एंड वी आर बिलो द टोटल एंड वी आर कमिंग एज अ नेशन बिलो द टोटल फर्टिलिटी रेट। इनफैक्ट नाउ इन द सडन स्टेज वी हैव अ प्रॉब्लम कि बच्चे पैदा नहीं करेंगे तो पॉपुलेशन गिरेगा। डोंट कंपेयर दिस टू व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन LA, व्हिच इज टेरिबल व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन LA, और लंदन तो कंप्लीटली इज गॉन केस because those are migration that's happened.
ठीक है।
I think we have to be very strict on migration. I'm for that.
You mean this Bangladesh Rohingyas जो आ रहे हैं?
Yeah, absolutely. But मुसलमान ज़्यादा बच्चे पैदा कर रहे हैं, ये सही नहीं है। ये तो खुद वर्तमान यूनियन गवर्नमेंट का एफिडेविट इन कोर्ट कह रहा है। इनफैक्ट टोटल फर्टिलिटी रेट हाईएस्ट इन उत्तर प्रदेश एंड बिहार एंड द हिंदी हार्टलैंड स्टेट्स। In fact, my state of Maharashtra onwards, Maharashtra, Kerala, Assam, Tamil Nadu, we are falling below the total fertility rate. Andhra Pradesh, Telangana. In fact, Andhra Pradesh Chief Minister said, please, ज़्यादा बच्चे पैदा करो, क्या कर रहे हो? Recently said Chandrababu Naidu ji. BJP ally. So, don't look at total fertility rate in Hindu-Muslim. But even if you do, the BJP affidavit itself says, I think Hindus are 1.8, 1.9 and Muslims are 2.1. So it's not like Muslims are reproducing 8 kids. वो गलत है. That even BJP government is saying in Supreme Court on affidavit. Our threat is not from our fellow citizens. Our threat is from if migration happens. That is what we have to look at. These jokers in LA who are waving the flags. Has one person asked why they're waving Mexican flags or El Salvador flags? While they're burning those cars in Los Angeles now, what flags are they waving? They're not waving the American flags. They're waving the Mexican flags, El Salvador flags. That's what's happening. That is what's happening. That's migration. Illegal immigrants. That is where our country has a threat from. और illegal immigrant किसी भी धर्म का हो, वो threat है.
ठीक है.
Do you agree with that?
I would say yes, and somehow I need to develop an understanding to it. I'll still not agree to it. I'm sorry on that.
Because, again, when you see the riots that are taking place in Europe of the immigrants, the illegal immigrants who have come into Europe, the problem with those are, you've come from, say, Africa or wherever to Europe. Okay? You are now imposing your culture on Western liberal democracies.
Yes.
That's the problem. So, let me keep it simple. Somebody who's come from, migrated out of hardship from, say, Africa to, say, France or Europe, some part of Europe or UK. They are now protesting for their Sharia laws to be implemented. Because the Western liberal democracies gives them the democratic space to protest. The right to protest under that same Sharia law is taken away in their countries, where they don't have a right to protest because that's not democracy, which is why they migrated in the first place to liberal democracy. So that's the paradox and the hypocrisy. So, to your question, are Hindus and Muslims, the total fertility rate is the same. The threat to Ma Bharti is not from Hindus or Muslims or sons of our land. It is from illegal immigration into India and migration. That's where we have to protect our country. India must be first for Indians. I want a lot of immigration in India. I want immigrants to come to India. But there are two types of immigrants I want. I want the best of the talent from the world to come to India.
Agreed.
And live within my laws and my culture with a free democratic setup where the best brains from America, Russia, South Korea, China, Japan, Africa, everywhere except Pakistan are allowed to come to my country because there's no liberal Pakistani, and they can come to my country, get a good quality job, pay their taxes in my country, grow, prosper in my democratic country. One is that I want that immigration to happen in my country. I want my country to be a job creator for the world and be multicultural and open to multicultures. Number two, what I want in my country. If there are blue collar workers coming to my country, or laborers coming, or people coming out of poverty from their country, I don't have a problem, but there are two things. One, there must be space in my country for them, where they must, if they're coming to my country, have an arrangement through whatever mechanisms they're coming, of housing. They're not creating slums, of a decent lifestyle, because I'm a human being. I want them to live like human beings, not like cattle. They must integrate in my culture. And three, they should not come illegally. Let them come through a mechanism wherein they can live a life of dignity and give my people, who they are working as blue collar, a good service. I'm okay with that. Just as I'm okay with my blue collared workers or my service people going to other countries and working, but it must be legal. I am talking for a legal mechanism. Illegal immigration I am against and should be dealt with in the harshest possible way. Period. So anyone coming to India, migrating into India, must have access. So if you're coming to India, whether you're a blue collared worker or a white collared IT professional, if you're coming to India and you want to migrate, say for 5 years, 6 years, my country will more than welcome you when I'm government, but you must show that you have a house here. You have a quality lifestyle in terms of, I'm not saying that you have a 7-star amenity. If you're coming here to become a carpenter, how can you have that? But you must have a house with a toilet. You must be able to take some sort of Indian test where you sort of integrate in my culture. Say you're coming from Bangladesh to India to be a plumber through a government mechanism which is monitored, and you want to work 5 years, and you want to, say, work in Delhi. You must have some knowledge about the culture, some knowledge about the language, some knowledge about the space. You must have a house. You can't have a slum.
Got it.
So that is the key. Though I would personally not even want a lot of Bangladesh. I would want people from, say, other regions around us, our Nepali fellow. So they should come in. We should be clear on who comes in our country. We have to protect our country. But Legal, not illegal.
Ask me why you brought a smile on my face.
Why?
So it's like from Shri Tehseen Poonawalla to the salesman of Poonawalla, because the way you convinced me, I said no, I'm not buying this. But now this is something I relate to it. Yes, this is the way I think I should move forward.
You know, and I'm very scared because I'm just sharing one thing.
And I'm very happy that you're taking this effort to actually explain this out.
Yeah, because this is my vision for the country when I'm in government. And it's very scary because recently I was for a holiday and I was in Singapore and all that. And the amount, so एक तो मैं तिरंगा हर जगह पहनता हूँ और ये तो the couple of hotels I was in, so first they thought either I'm from the army or the service stuff, because वो email था of certain service, so you know वो था. And then they sort of start checking your Instagram page because everybody has Instagram now and all of that. And then they realized I'm political, or they thought I was from the army, but they all knew I was Indian because obviously the flag or the hotel was informed I'm traveling because, you know, stakes. So this amount of Bangladeshi service people I saw who were serving in these countries, and the first thing they would come and tell me is, oh, you're from India hurting Bangladesh. It's very scary, very scary. So we have to now, as a nation, we have to start thinking, and we as people have to think about all of this now. I experienced this recently. अभी एक महीना भी नहीं हुआ मैं एक्सपीरियंस किया. अभी तो मैं छुट्टी से कब आया, 26-27 मई को आया. हम 6-7 पे, जो भी आज 10 मई, और 10 दिन भी नहीं हुआ छुट्टी से. 10 days ago I experienced this. At least 6 or 7 waiters, मैं झूठ नहीं कह रहा हूँ, ये मेरे हाथ में है, झूठ नहीं कह रहा हूँ, 6 or 7 waiters सारे बांग्लादेश के थे. क्या बताओगे आप? तो डील तो करना पड़ेगा ना आपको. एक ऐसा कंट्री, हमारी पॉलिसी क्या है? ये बीजेपी कांग्रेस एजेंडा नहीं है मेरे भाई.
दिस इज
ये देश का एजेंडा है. ये देश का एजेंडा है भाई. मुझे देश चलाना है. मैं अपने मेरे 160 करोड़ लोग, जब तक मैं बनूंगा 160 करोड़ हो जाएगी, 155 160 करोड़ उनको मैं नौकरी दूं यार.
No, I agree. I'm for the nation. I mean, if I do not have space, I'll not allow anyone to come in.
हाँ, और आना चाहते हो हाई क्वालिटी जॉब्स, मोर देन वेलकम. बट यार आप मुंबई में आओ, घर लो, फ्लैट लो, पे योर टैक्सेस.
If there's an investment, if there's something foreign is coming to my country which is beneficial for it, then I can allow.
Forget the investment also. मान लो कि एक इंडियन कंपनी के लिए एक एक्सपोर्ट चाहिए यार, वो इंडिया में आएगा, टैक्स भरेगा, जीएसटी भरेगा, घर लेगा, घर पे रेंट होगा, रेंट पे जीएसटी होगा, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल भरेगा. इकोनॉमी ग्रो होगा ना, 2 लोगों को रखेगा, एक ड्राइवर रखेगा, एक हाउस कीपिंग रखेगा.
Agree.
यार आई एम फॉर दैट ना. मेरा तो काम है उसके लिए और सुविधा करना. मैं तो ट्रम्प टावर भी बनाऊँ उसके लिए. क्या दिक्कत है? वो देवो महीने का 12 लाख रेंट, मुझे क्या दिक्कत है? क्वालिटी ला रहा है ना वो, या ला रही है ना वो. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. वो वी हैव टू नाउ थिंक एज अ फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड कंट्री. हमारी सोच भी अभी वो, मतलब हमारी सोच अभी वो आज भी वही है यार. वो मिडिल क्लास फैमिली होती है ना. अभी हमें बड़ा सोचना है, बड़ा विजन होना चाहिए. नाउ वी हैव टू थिंक. हम अब अमेरिका, चाइना, इनसे compete करेंगे. I agree we are behind technologically these countries. Before I start getting trolled and people say आप हम चाइना से इतने साल टेक्नोलॉजी बिहाइंड है, या अमेरिका से या यूरोप से, मैं मानता हूँ कुछ चीज़ों में हम है. बट नाउ आवर माइंडसेट हैज टू बी.
एग्जैक्टली.
अब माइंडसेट वो होना चाहिए. एवरीथिंग इज माइंडसेट का गेम, इंडिविजुअली और एज अ नेशन. मैं तो एमएमए करता हूँ, सारा माइंडसेट का गेम है.